Please. Got a quick one down there, don't we? Okay, and you're not speaking, sir? Okay. Are we live? Okay, let's go ahead. This meeting's called to order. Can I get a roll call, please?
Miss Allaby? Absent. Mr. Benner?
Here.
Mr. First?
Here.
Mr. Zollers?
Here. Any changes to the minutes from last meeting? Hearing none, those stand as approved.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
I would like to move that we excuse the absence of Ms. Allaby.
I'll second.
Very good. Good. Thank you for saying that. By the way, I'd like to just take a moment and recognize our former colleague and friend, Tyler Cullinan, and wish him and his family and loved ones the very best. It's tragic, very sad. Okay. Approval of the agenda. We got a couple of other business items at the end of the meeting. If you would, please raise your right hand. And do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give in front of the commission will be truthful? If so, please answer, I do.
I do.
Thank you. Okay, public comments? Okay, unfinished business? There is none. New business? If you could get this applicant, give us some history on this one, we'll get going.
Great. So this is, and I apologize if I pronounce this wrong. I'm just going to say the Ethiopian Orthodox Church at 7457 East Main Street. So the applicant, Columbus Awning Company, is requesting approval of a certificate of appropriateness to recover 5 awnings with red fabric and black graphic. So the 2 of the 5 awnings have the street address on it. The material color is red. So the property is in Old Reynoldsburg Commercial, which the reason we're here is because modifications to the exterior of any building is subject to the certificate of appropriateness. Per section 110503, this proposes a removal and replacement of the awning material and should be considered a sign face change. So they're reusing the structural components, which my understanding is they took them off right now just because they didn't want it sitting out there with no awning on it. And the plan is to, if approved, put the awning on there and reinstall them using the same material and structural supports that are already there, or I should say stored away. So the proposed sign face change is compliant with signage regulations in terms of materials. The proposed fabric is a 100% solution dyed red, this outdoor acrylic fiber. You also note in your packet there's a swatch of it there as well. The proposed recover is a durable outdoor fabric that is easily maintained with periodic cleaning. And then the proposed graphic is this non-illuminated aerial text depicting the street address. So it's really minimal. It's just red with some numbering on there to denote the address. And as I mentioned, this is really considered a sign reface because you're reusing these same structural supports. So kind of in a nutshell, it's putting 5 red awnings out there with, and correct me if I'm wrong, but 2 addresses on there, and that's pretty much it. So the question before you folks this evening is this appropriate for the Old Reynoldsburg District? And that's what the applicant is here for, is for a certificate of appropriateness. And I believe Thomas is here if you'd like to speak a little bit about the project.
Yeah, what you were saying about the structural supports, so we're going back into the same place that they were hung prior. We took the awnings down, we wanted to bring them in so that we could refabric them. That's the only reason they came down. It's hard to get fabric up there and get all the lettering where you need it to be and numbers when it's on the wall. That's the only reason for that.
Okay.
And the graphics were previously on them. We're just changing the color to look better with the color change.
Very good. Commissioners, any questions or statements or comments?
Are the structural supports in good shape?
Yeah, it's the brick, and I believe there's wood blocking in there, but I could be wrong on that. I wasn't on site for the takedown, but I know that we have all the attachments in our shop.
Okay, I just want to make sure that, because I did hear some commentary elsewhere that the awnings were kind of in sad shape. And so if there was wood blocking, I just would ask that, if it's rotted or anything like that, that'd be replaced.
No, and the awnings are in fine shape. It's just that they weren't ever painted, so aluminum just, it doesn't rust, but it just gets a kind of a flaky look to it.
I see. Okay.
But yeah, they're structurally, they're fine. That's why we didn't quote a new frame.
Makes sense. That's all the questions I have.
All right, I'll entertain a motion one way or the other from somebody, please.
As Mr. First, I move that we approve this application as submitted.
I'll second Mr. First.
All right, very good. We have a first and second. Can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Benner?
Yes.
Mr. First?
Yes.
Mr. Zollers?
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Okay, what do we got on other business?
I just want to note that we have a special planning commission meeting on July 21st, and the August meeting is moved to August 11th due to the Tomato Festival.
And I just want to note that the meeting on the 21st is at 6:30 PM. Typically, we meet at 6, but it's at 6:30 because it's going to follow the previously scheduled BZBA meeting, just to try to cut down on, frankly, the number of days in a row that Alex has to be at meetings. So he was nice enough to work with us. So.
Well, anything we can do to help. Okay, very good. 721 and 811, there's a changes. Anything else?
Nothing further from staff.
Okay, very good. Nothing from us up here. All right, very good. This meeting's adjourned. Thank you all.